Good morning, everybody. It's Brandon Macy with the Real Estate Network, brought to you by A1 Mortgage. It's good to be with you guys. I hope all of you had a very happy Thanksgiving, and very happy to be at Next Home on Fry Road with our great friend Jason Muse.
Happy to be here.
How are you doing, Jason? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was an adventure.
So, adventure?
Yep, had a lot of family time, and then with just my daughter doing some college visits, and then family with my wife's side of the family.
Well, I was with 47 of my family members in San Antonio. So just a few people, but we had a good time. So getting right into following you, Jason, I keep up with you on Facebook.
It's an adventure, isn't it?
It is an adventure. I'm telling you, between the fitness, the faith stuff that you do with chapel and all the stuff that you do, all the stuff that you're doing with your family, and then finding a way to keep all that going and being successful in real estate. How do you do that?
I make it look good, right?
real
easy. No, it is a struggle, but it takes a commitment.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this almost just real estate on the career-wise almost 14 years. But,
wow.
But
started when you were 16 then?
Yeah, just the other day. just the other day. No, it's just, it seems like yesterday, but it takes time, commitment on every aspect, just like anything that you do.
Right.
So it's a fun-filled life, though. It is what you make it.
Well, as a dad having kids of my own, I will tell you that it's refreshing to see that you really put your family first.
Oh, absolutely.
And I mean that. I think a lot, it's really easy to get caught up in our careers and caught up in success and what we're trying to do personally, that we forget about that. And you seem to do a really good job juggling all those things. Is there something specifically that you do? Obviously you have to have a lot of structure in your life. I know that you're working out every morning at like 4:30 or some ungodly hour.
I do try to. I don't always make it because I get sore, but I do anywhere between 3 to 5 days a week.
Yeah. So when you're using that, like I said, you obviously have to have a lot of structure to keep all of those things in check. How do you do that? Do you time block? Do you, what do you do to keep all that stuff going, man?
It's all in here, man.
Well, you've got more of an incredible mind than I have, because I don't think I could keep all that stuff.
It is difficult, but I need that time alone. Like for my fitness aspect of it, that's time for me to unwind, and so that I can keep things in check. Because I'm not thinking about anything other than let's get through this hour. Whether it's doing boot camp and struggling, and it's like, oh my God, my heart's beating out of my chest, sort of thing. Or I started doing Krav Maga with my daughter for self-defense, teaching her. So that's time. That's time with her, and helping her learn something, as well as, I had a bad day last week and my wife was like, well, just take it out at Krav. So it's like I'm pounding on these bags, so it's like I'm not thinking about anything other than, God, is it 7:30 and I got to get out of here.
Well, it seems like, if you start your day off with your hardest task, which saying working out would be the hardest task of the day. We're usually sitting at a desk, we're at showings, or we're, with clients, but that's obviously not as difficult as throwing weights around or whatever at 4:30 in the morning.
No, it's the difficult thing about that is showing up. Right? Because getting up out of bed, it's like you got this warm, cozy bed, especially like yesterday morning, it's like, it's not super cold, but at 40 degrees with that northern wind blowing, man, that feels like temperature I don't even know exactly what it was, but it's like 30 degrees, and I worked out the whole time with my jacket on, right? You have layers, but this morning, or not this morning, yesterday morning, it's like I didn't even take off any layers, because the wind blowing was pretty cold.
So, I know that there was at one time that you lost a considerable amount of weight because you had just said, okay, I'm sick of this.
Because I was big.
Yeah,
I was large and in charge.
I'm going to dedicate myself, and that is a hard thing to do, to lose, how many pounds was it?
About 140.
Yeah, that's incredible.
You wouldn't even recognize me. So I think a lot of my friends that see that picture when I post on Facebook or social media, I look like two different people.
So obviously that takes a lot of dedication. So how did you take that dedication and then apply that to your business? Because surely those things coincide.
They do. It's just like with anything. So the dedication on my fitness is one thing. You just have to make a conscious choice to do it.
Right.
And it's the same with business. You know, people don't want to jump in this business. They think that they see the commissions amount and they think that's an easy job and I'm just going to do it. Well, it doesn't come easy. You actually have to show up to work.
Right.
I show up into my office. I have an office here at this location. I don't stay at home. For some people, you know, you can do the home office thing, but I know I have to leave my house, to come to my office, just because if I don't, there's too many other things that can sidetrack.
A lot of distractions.
So many distractions.
And that's one thing, you know, there's been many times that I've stopped by here and you would be the only one here. And I think that you're definitely onto something with that. I think a lot of times people get caught up, oh, I'm going to work from my house or I'm going to do this, and then next thing they know, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they've gotten nothing accomplished.
Might as well start dinner at that point, right?
They've gotten nothing accomplished.
They'll start some dessert, right?
That's exactly right. So, how long have you been with Next Home now?
Well, I've been with Gala, so we started at Remax. Remember,
Right.
we started at Remax, and we've been at Next Home for what, 2 years now? We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So but I've been with Gala for 9 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
almost, not quite since her beginning as a broker owner, but almost. So I was visiting with one of my colleagues the other day about that. I can't recall. It was like 2000. When was it? 2009?
Yeah.
Something like that. So it's been a while. I first cut my teeth in real estate with a small mom and pop relocation company.
Okay.
I did that for 4.5 years, and then I made the decision to go on my own, and I've been with Gala ever since.
So your main area of focus is kind of the Cypress and Katy area. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And I mean, obviously, you'll do business.
I travel
anywhere,
wherever
right?
I need to.
Yeah.
Like I said, I cut my teeth in the relocation business, so I did travel.
Okay.
The city of Houston offering a buyout program to clients. So that's how I determined the best value for individual neighborhoods.
Uh-huh.
But when I don't have to travel as much, then I try not to.
Sure.
But I literally currently this past week I've been to Humboldt to Missouri City. So
Yeah.
I'll go wherever I need to go.
Good. And you're doing not just residential, right? You're doing some commercial as well.
That is correct.
Okay, good. So, I mean, how has business been with you? And I know we talked a little bit about this before we got started, but November, December's been very odd. I mean, a lot of people that I've talked to have said, hey, I thought I was going to really smash it in the last 2 months, and it just hasn't happened for whatever reason. What have you seen kind of in the trends as we go into the end of the year and maybe going into the next year? What are some things that you're seeing?
It's hard to determine for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I think a lot of it with interest rates rising a little bit, the elections happening in November,
Yeah.
It was a little weird. I was expecting a phenomenal month, and that's the thing with this business. We have our ups and downs, and we have to be able to maintain that and sustain our lifestyle when we have those downs. And still keep on showing up to work. Don't just curl up in a corner and cry about it. But you just got to keep on picking up the phone, keep on talking to people, and move forward from there. But it's just been a little weird. I think it's changing now that the elections are over and people are starting to calm back down. But it still depends on where you are and where you're buying. You can still find some deals out there in any price range.
Right. Well, I think what you said is key. Is that, in this business, you have to be very versatile.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be willing, if the market demands leases, you've got to be willing to slip into that.
That's it.
If, like after Harvey, for instance. So if you can be versatile, I mean, that is the key to success, I think.
Don't be scared of change.
Yeah, I agree.
Find something that works. Do that for a while and make it work for you, but if it's not working, adapt to change and follow trends or be bold and be the trendsetter. Try something different. Don't be scared to do something different.
Yeah, I agree. So if you could take maybe a few principles and say these are a few things that I try to stand by in my business, or that I try to do on a regular basis, or make sure this is something that is instilled in me and is basically a principle of me as Jason Muse and my business, what would you say maybe a few of those things were?
Oh man, that's a deep question.
It is, right?
You didn't tell me you were going to ask let's go real deep. So first and foremost, you got to have faith and stay true to yourself.
I agree.
So faith in God, and then my family comes first. So for me, it's faith, family, and then work.
Yeah.
So I don't put work in front of the other two.
And fitness falls in there somewhere.
It falls in there somewhere. I mean, but that's like, but staying fit is
but that's self. I look at that as self growth, right?
That is true.
That's something you got to do.
For me, because you follow me you see me on social media, so you know how active my children are. I have to stay fit to keep up with them.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they are two wonderful kids and hands full, but man, I gotta stay busy.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got 2 boys of my own, so I know exactly how that is. And my daughter too keeps me busy, but those boys keep me very busy. And yours are in sports too, right?
Volleyball.
Volleyball. Yeah. That's right. And you were just in Colorado with your daughter for
college
visit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So scary, scary times for us for her leaving the state. But again, it falls back on change. We got to be able to accept it and let her grow.
Yeah. And as soon as you do those college visits, you realize there's a lot more business that you got to do to make that happen. Right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Out-of-state tuition is expensive.
Well, I'm going to say this, Jason. We're about to wrap this up.
Okay.
But I will say, in my interactions with you, everything I've followed with you on Facebook, I have been impressed with all that you've been able to keep up with and stay in front of. And I mean, as a dad myself, trying to juggle all the things that we try to juggle, it can be tough. And so my hat goes off to you. I want to say to anybody out there that is looking to buy a home, obviously, guys, you know that Next Home is a great partner of ours, and they've got a lot of good agents. But if you want somebody that's going to be in your corner and going to make sure that you can sell or buy your home, Jason Muse is the person to reach out to. Jason, why don't you give them your information so they can reach out to you?
Not a problem. You can always reach me direct on my cell phone, 832-661-4253, or call my office, 281-213-6264.
Facebook, Instagram?
I am on everything. So jasonmuse.com, Facebook, look up my name. I don't hide it, so it's all there.
Yeah. So guys, make sure that you reach out to Jason. Jason, thank you so much for taking time.
Thank you for having me.
And I appreciate it. You guys have a great week.